Hey everyone! In our daily talks, sometimes words come out of our mouths that we don't realize how much weight they carry. Let's talk about the difference between being rude and swearing. A lot of times, we mix these two up. We think they mean the same thing. But if we look closely, they're actually very different. Being rude is not the same as swearing. Understanding their differences is important so we know how to get along well with others. Not all swear words are rude, and not everything rude needs a swear word. It's a bit confusing, right? So let's break it down. It's hard to understand this because both are seen as bad talk. Both are words you wouldn't just say in front of kids or at a formal gathering. When we hear them, we immediately cringe or look away. We're told from childhood not to say bad things. So, in our minds, all bad words are in the same category. But actually, there are different levels and intentions behind each word. Knowing the difference is like knowing when to laugh and when to stay quiet. Just think, our tongue is like a knife. It can be used to slice bread to share, or it can be used to hurt. Words are the same. Some words just let out frustration, and some words directly stab at someone's character. Being rude and swearing are two different edges of this knife. One is more personal and demeaning, while the other is more general and expresses strong emotion. So it's important that we recognize these so we don't accidentally hurt anyone. Confusing these two causes misunderstandings. For example, you have a friend who swore because they tripped. Would you tell them, "You're rude"? No, right? You'd probably say, "Oh, that must hurt." But if your friend told a dirty joke about your body, that's when you'd say, "Hey, that's rude." Right here, we can see that the context or situation dictates what's right and wrong. Being clear about the difference between rude and swearing is the first step to being a more sensitive and respectful conversationalist. So, what does it mean to be rude? It's simple, guys. When we say someone is rude, it usually refers to words, actions, or jokes that have to do with sexuality or private body parts of a person. These are the things that make someone feel less, especially women. It's not just a bad word. It's an attack on a person's dignity. The intention is to make a person an object or a joke, instead of treating them with respect. These are the words you wouldn't say to your mom or sister, because you know it's embarrassing and disrespectful. Being rude isn't always direct. Sometimes it's hidden as a compliment or a joke. For example, someone might say to you, "Your body is so beautiful, can I touch it?" It might sound like praise at first, but actually, it's a form of rudeness. It lowers your value from a whole person to a physical object that can be objectified. Comments like these put you in an awkward position and make you feel unsafe. Rudeness creates an environment of fear and shame, which destroys trust and respect between people. Imagine this situation. You're walking down the street, and someone whistles at you and shouts a dirty word. They didn't swear at you, but you felt disrespected. Why? Because what they did was an invasion of your personal space and your being. Their words directly referred to your body in a way that made you uncomfortable. The effect of this is deeper than simple annoyance. It leaves a feeling of being dirty and worthless. That's the power of rudeness. It's a personal attack that directly hits your self-worth. That's why being rude is more dangerous than swearing. It has a target. It has a victim. Rude words are used to control, shame, or belittle someone. It's not just a simple outburst of anger. It's a deliberate action to make others feel they are beneath you. When someone says something rude to you, you don't just receive words, you also receive the message that they don't respect you as a person. So next time you hear a joke that's a bit off, think, is this funny or is it rude? Now, let's move on to swearing. What is that? Swearing is using bad or harsh words, but usually, it doesn't directly involve sexuality. These are the words that come out of our mouths when we're angry, frustrated, hurt, or even super happy. Just think, when you bump your head on a door, what's the first thing that comes out of your mouth? Isn't it a loud swear word? You didn't mean to hurt the door. You're just letting out the pain or shock you felt. Swearing is like a pressure valve for our emotions. Swearing is often not personal. When someone swears because their favorite basketball team lost a game, they're not swearing at the players or the TV. They're just letting out their frustration. It's a reaction to a situation, not an attack on a person. For example, if a driver suddenly cuts in front of you, you might swear in anger. Your swear word is for the situation, for the annoyance it caused. It's not like rudeness where the target is an individual's character. Swearing is more about how you feel at a particular moment. Let's look at another example. You won the lottery. In your extreme joy, you shouted a swear word. I won. Is your swear word in that situation bad? Not really, right? It's an expression of intense joy that you can't explain with ordinary words. This shows that swearing isn't always negative. It can be a way to express any strong emotion, whether positive or negative. What matters is the intention and the context. Swearing only becomes a problem when it's used to hurt or insult others. But of course, I'm not saying it's okay to swear anywhere and any time. There's a right place and time for everything. Swearing in front of elders or inside a church is clearly disrespectful. My point is, its effect is different compared to rudeness. Swearing might hurt the ears, but rudeness hurts the heart and soul. Swearing is a general cry of emotion, while rudeness is a personal attack on a person's dignity. In the end, the most important question is, how do these words affect our relationships? The answer is simple: respect. Our choice of words is a reflection of our respect for others. When we choose not to be rude, we show that we value their dignity and feelings. We show that we see them as fellow human beings, not as objects we can play with or belittle. In a relationship, whether it's love, family, or friendship, respect is the foundation of everything. And that foundation starts with our speech. Rudeness directly destroys trust. When someone is rude to you, it's hard to get your trust back in them. How can you still trust someone who once belittled your being? It leaves a scar that doesn't heal easily. On the other hand, swearing, while not good either, is easier to forgive depending on the situation. If a friend swore because of anger in traffic, you might understand. But if your friend told a rude joke about you, it will leave a deeper wound in your friendship. Communication is the key to all good relationships, and good communication is based on respect. Before we speak, it's good to ask ourselves, will this help or hurt? Will what I say uplift them or bring them down? Being careful with words is not a weakness, it's a sign of maturity and care. Choosing words that show respect strengthens relationships and creates a safe space where everyone feels comfortable and valued. So, everyone, let's remember this. The tongue has no bones, but it can break hearts. Between being rude and swearing, let's always choose the path of respect. Whether it's in a joke or a serious conversation, respect for others should always prevail. Because in the end, happy and strong relationships are not built on sweet words alone, but on the true respect we show each other, whether in words or actions. Remember, choose kindness, choose respect. That's all, and have a good time.